here are some of my minor gripes with Hazbin Hotel Season 2. Random disclaimer! I really loved Season 2, and most of these nitpicks come down to Hazbin's #1 problem, which is time constraints. But for starters, I wish we found out that the exterminations have only been going on for 7 years in a different way, because like most people, I also missed this line entirely. I feel like they could have stuck it in during a bigger moment, like in Vox's speech to Sarah, because this is some pretty important information just to shove into a Katie rant. Anyways, next. I thought Charlie's argument with Lucifer felt slightly unresolved because they didn't really make up. Charlie didn't apologize in person, and Lucifer was just dying in the corner. This only bugs me because Lucifer was constantly shown being upset at the fact that Charlie was mad at him, and I feel like all they had to do after Lucifer climbed out from under Lilith, okay, that sounds wrong, was to have Lucifer say, "Charlie, are you still mad at me?" And then have Charlie hug him and say, "Of course not, Dad." Thank you, Red Moon, I'm still sick. You're welcome. But bam, that would have been a cute and comedic way to end their argument. And then this scene would have been perfectly fine to have afterwards. Next, I wish we saw how they figured out Angel was hypnotized. Because why show them being confused if you're gonna skip over it anyways? My mom didn't realize Vox and Val were a thing until episode 5, and even she was like, wait a minute, how'd they figure that out? They could have had Charlie instantly not believe Angel's speech, or had Vaggie catch on right away, since she's always been on Vox's ass. But moving on, I personally wish we knew how much time passed between episodes 1 and 8. Is it important to know? Not really. But I need to know, did Vox almost take over all of heaven in less than a month? Because if so, that's terrifying. Vox literally would have been unstoppable if he wasn't obsessed with Alastor. But speaking of Alastor, Viv said if they had longer episodes, she would have spent more time with Alastor and the V's. And as Alastor's #1 simp, fan, I feel so robbed. I know the V's were taking turns babysitting his ass, and I just really wanted to see them talking shit about Vox together. Obviously, I get why they cut it out because it's not really important, but this information is still gonna haunt me forever. And lastly, I selfishly wish we got to see Alastor struggle under his deal a little bit longer. We know he's been stuck in it for 100 years, but if we got to see him struggle for at least a few more episodes, him finally getting out of his deal would have been more satisfying. Instead, I was just like, oh, Rosie owns Alastor's soul. Never mind, I guess. Maybe I just extremely biasly wanted to see more of their dynamic, but either way, like most things, I just wanted more room for the plot to breathe. Anyways, do you have any gripes with Season 2? Respectfully, let a girl know in the comments below. Okay, bye!